tonight, night. We ain't really worried about nothing, yo.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to our 5th C# tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be going over functions, which are going to be very, very useful, especially when you get into more complex programming. Alright, so functions are basically used when you have a bunch of input values, and you're going to be doing the same thing to each value, and you're going to want an output. That's probably not going to make much sense because I suck at explaining things, but just bear with me and it'll all come together at the end. I know I say that a lot, but yeah, it's true. Alright, so all I've done was make a nice little form, and with a little button that says test, so we can test our function. Say we have two numbers that we're going to want to add together to create a little output. So let's make a function for adding two numbers together. We start off by writing public or private. Private being, oh yeah, you don't want to write within another function. These are all functions. Don't write within one, just write outside. Right under the public partial class form 1. So we're going to make ours public so that it can be accessed anywhere. That's basically what public and private means. Private means it can only be accessed within this form. Public means it can be accessed anywhere. So let's just make ours public for the heck of it, and then we're going to want to assign the type of value we want our function to return. Since we're adding two numbers together, we want to return an integer, so we're going to write integer. You can also write string or whatever type of variable you want to return, and we want to name our value or function. We're going to call these add numbers, and then we're going to want to specify our input. So we're going to call this integer first, integer second. Alright, then let's open and close the scope. Simple enough. Alright, it's going to throw an error because we haven't returned our value yet, so just bear with me. So we're going to take integer result equals, we're just going to make it 0 for now. We're going to take a result, and we're actually going to type integer result, set it equal to first plus second, and we're going to return our value. Every function needs a return. Oh, forgot, I don't know if I said this or not, but if your function does not return a value, you're just going to put in void here. We'll go over that in a bit. So we're going to say return result. Okay, bear with me. It's all going to come together. Alright, so let's take our integer first number equals 6. Integer second number equals 8. So, say we want to add our two numbers together. We would do integer result equals, and then we're going to call our function, add numbers, and it's going to ask for our first integer, which we're going to call first number, and we're going to ask for our second input, and that's what we're going to call the second number. And then let's just draw a quick little text box. Oops, why did I do that? Who knows? I don't. So then we're going to start our text box, 1.text equal to result. I cannot convert to integer string. Whoop-de-freaking do. Okay, how should we display this? I don't think we can do a message box then. Integer result. Can we just do result to string? Should be able to. 1.text equals result to string. So give me some shit about something. Cannot convert toString to non-delegate toString, whatever. I was not planning on this. Maybe we we have to do a numeric up down. I apologize for this. I really should have been prepared. So let's do numeric up down dot value equals result. Thank the Lord. Alright, sorry, that was a waste of time. Alright, so let's make sure this works. 14. Alright, 6 plus 8 is 14. I don't think I have to prove it to you. I'm pretty sure you know that. Alright, so let's go over how this all worked. Okay, so when we clicked our button, we have two integers. One's our first number, which is 6, and the other is our second number, which is 8. And then we want to add these two together, so we're going to assign another integer result. So what's the result of these two added together? We're going to set our result equal to our function, add numbers, and then in parentheses, notice that we assign two variables, integer first, integer second, and we're going to set our first integer first equal to first number, and our integer second equal to second number. So then that's going to call this function, and it's going to take we're going to make another integer result, and it's going to be equal to our first and second, which our first is assigned to that, our second is assigned to that, and it's going to return the result. So it's going to add those together and return that variable we just described or assigned, and that's going to be assigned to that, and we're going to set our numeric up down value equal to the result. So I really hope that makes sense. I really don't know another way to explain it. We could literally take any number, which is kind of the beauty of this, or okay, I have a minimum and maximum on my numeric up down, meaning that it can't go higher than a certain number, it can't go lower than a certain number. Okay, this should work. Or not, what the hell. I think my max might be 100. Yeah, I think it's 100. Let me see. Yep, see, I can't go higher than 100. That's why. Alright, I probably really should have thought this out a little bit more, but to be honest, I really don't have the time. I have other things to do tonight. But, yeah. Alright, so let's go over functions that don't return a value. For these, we're going to do public void, meaning that it's not an integer or any other variable. It's going to be public void, and then we're going to write show message box. Let's make it look a little bit better. Show message box. And we have to do this. You can't really throw anything inside of the parentheses, just kind of leave them there. Alright. So basically this function is called by simply doing show message box. So whenever this is type, then it'll find this function and do whatever's in it. So we're just going to do message show function is called, so that if we hit test, function is called. This is kind of useful in case, like, say you had a bunch of just code, and say there was this huge long process here that you didn't just want to copy and paste every single time you wanted to do it. You just make a function, that way you only had to write one line of code instead of all of this. Say I had a whole lot of stuff there. It just kind of shortens up everything. Anyway, I hope all of that made sense. And yeah, catch you guys on the next tutorial.